Queen Naomi was so, she was moved to tears that anyone could be planning this to such extent of destroying her faith. As we heard the boys, when they were apprehended, they confessed that their main target is to destroy Queen Naomi's faith, that they were given the instruction to focus on her face and no other place. Focus on the face. Deal with her mercilessly. Dismantle that face, that fine nose, that fine lips, that fine eyes. Pluck it out. Hit the teeth. Pluck all the teeth out. Kick out all the teeth. Bend the nose. All those instructions were given to these boys. What a heartless human who could want to do this to a fellow wife, a co-wife, a fellow somebody. Well, let's not conclude yet that it is the wives, even though we heard that the boys pointed at the wife, Kabiesi. How would somebody want to do this to someone just because of a man? Well, I won't ask that question, because women can do a lot just because of a man. People who drag ordinary boyfriend can even do more. Not to talk more of husband. This is a situation whereby someone stole your husband and the person is still fighting you. On top of your stolen husband when he's still. Well, they said Queen Naomi was moved to tears. She went so emotional, she cried uncontrollably, and she thanked her God that she escaped this. She escaped this kind of mess. What would we have thought, in fact, what would have been her situation right now? Yeah, even though we had the Miss Lucy who was hospitalized, we heard she's responding to treatment. In fact, they didn't do because at a point, it seems they realized this is not the actual person and they left. So they didn't finish up their job because they said it was just, they did, but it was not that much that they were instructed to do. So they said when the boys came, they confessed that they were given the instruction to plug the eye, kick out the teeth, bend the pointed nose, and make sure that the face is ugly. That even after repairing and after undergoing a lot of surgery, that the face will never remain the same. They said that is what they were told to do. But they stopped, according to what we heard, they said they stopped when they realized it was not the actual person. Yes, because by the time they were doing it and suddenly they realized that this is not the person. Because they came through the back, according to what we are hearing, thinking the light-skinned, chubby personal assistant to Queen Naomi was Queen Naomi. So, but on the process, they now realized, oh, this is not the person. They said they were giving pictures because the time if this thing happened, we were thinking that they were not giving any picture. They were just told, this is the car, go and do anything to anybody there. But they said they were giving pictures, but because of time, so that nobody will catch them. So they were thinking that as they reached there, they now started working on the person immediately. So they didn't want to waste time because anybody could come out. They had Queen Naomi went for a meeting around Akure somewhere, and it was just only that light woman. So they were like, oh, this one that only her is here without her security. That the securities might just want to start coming. So they didn't bother to shake the person. So they were thinking it was Queen Naomi. So they just wanted to do it sharp and leave. And that was when they started doing that. Before they could realize, it was already late. Yes, it was already late, and they have to leave. So they said that is their confession. So but thank God they didn't do that much to that lady. Yeah, because right now, they said the lady is responding to treatment and her face was not that bad. Imagine if it was Queen Naomi that they met, they would have finished their job. Because this one is an unfinished job. By the time they realized she was not the one. And that one was already raising alarm. You understand? So they don't just want to waste their time doing it to the wrong person. So they left. So Queen Naomi was so emotional when these guys confessed what they were told to do. She cried bitterly. Why? And she said she would never curse anyone. And she was moved to start cursing anybody who sent these boys. She doesn't want to curse these boys because these boys, everybody is hungry in this country. See painful everywhere. So these boys were just frustrated. They're out of this. She said this boys were already cursed because anybody that is not cursed will not go and take such a small amount of money to risk his life when she didn't know that Naomi goes with security. I said it before, 25,000 naira. What if the security release fire on them, seeing them beating their madam? Will they now say it's because of 25,000 and they lose their leg, or they lose their hands, or this? So Naomi focus on anyone who has sent these people. It was, according to what we heard, she said she was being pushed to cause, to leave causes, but no. She said vengeance is of God. Yes, vengeance is of God. That God who saved her will surely deal with anyone whose hand is involved. Because right now that the investigation is still going on, we don't really know if it is actually Metete or anti-blue or with anti-double T. We don't know. Because it's a lot of confusion. People saying that these boys might have pointed these women because Metete must have told them, don't point me. Or people say, in fact, a lot of things. But as far as we know, we heard Metete has arrested double T for even calling her name in the first place, using her name as false identity. Then later they said the police came to arrest Blue. Even though Blue was denying that she doesn't know anything, that period she was at her fashion house doing one or two things, because this is season of fashion designing and everybody is busy, so that she is so busy she doesn't even know what they're talking about. So I don't know how she must have settled with the police people. But here is Naomi crying and shedding tears bitterly. Why me? What did I do? She kept saying, what if it was me? And this is more reason why Kadisi would have just let this woman be. Let her travel out and stay abroad. Staying in Nigeria is too dangerous for her. It's too risky because they will never stop her. Don't think they will stop. They will never stop because before you know it now, not the Nigerian police. They might just take bribe and scatter everywhere and everybody will rest. Before you know it, it's going to be carried out with its activities, its busy schedule, and before you know it, this case must have gone. And tomorrow, they will do another one. Because as far as we know, not be only this one they don't do a lot. So maybe say, before you know it, it's swept under the carpet. So they said Queen Naomi was crying and relaying curses on these people, that anyone who did this to her PA, who was planning to do this, that the court she served will never let that person go unpunished. Yes, they said for the very first time that Queen Naomi does not like to curse, but this time they said she was full of tears with bitterness and pain in her heart. Even saying that that this time around that she's not going to take it easy again on anyone. That anyone that does anything or tries any nonsense with her, that she is going to curse that person. Yes, because don't joke with a prophetess. Anything a prophetess say will come to pass. So if a prophetess curses you, my dear, just start asking for forgiveness. Let me use this opportunity to shout out to you, my wonderful listeners. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Sunday. Yes, so my correct people. This gist where they bring, so you need to stay glued to this channel because as it they hot like today, bread, 9 hour news they come. And every time it comes, please do well to stay around. Click your notification bell so that it will be visual the month according to as it goes. And please don't forget that all these are alleged information. I will be right back.